Welcome back to Inside Pacer Athletics, brought to you by Concept HR. I'm Alex Buchman alongside Travis Broome. This week we'll get things started off with the tennis teams. Took a trip up to USC Upstate this past weekend. The two players from the men's team made it to the final round. This weekend they will be participating in the ITA Regionals in Sumter, South Carolina.
And congratulations to the tennis teams. We look forward to a lot better things from them for the rest of the season, a lot of positive improvements for them. The golf team concluded the Maryland Intercollegiate in the 13th place this past week in Cambridge, Maryland. The golf team was ranked 23rd in the nation. They concluded the tournament with a score of 895. They scored a 302, a 299, and then bested their tournament with a 294 for the final round. Mark Dixon led the Pacers and finished in 27th place overall in the tournament, scoring a 220. He shot a 71 first round, 73 the second round, and a 76 on the third round. Freshman Kyle Gottsman finished in 32nd place. He bested his rounds every single day, scoring a 222 overall. He shot a 76, a 74, and a 72 to finish.
And certainly this team will just keep improving as the season goes on, and as they're about to take a month off before they start competition again in October.
Right, yeah, they play at Tanglewood Golf Club in Clemens, North Carolina, October 17th through the 19th. So good luck for the golf team. A lot of practice will be in store for them for the rest of the season, and we look forward to a lot of good things from them.
Now moving on to the women's volleyball team. The team took a tough road weekend this past weekend as they went down to Flagler, lost in 3 straight games there, but picked up their first ever road victory against former USC Aiken women's volleyball coach Will Condon, winning 3-1. This weekend they will be back in action Friday night, 7 o'clock against Francis Marion, and 2 o'clock Saturday against UNC Pembroke.
Yes, volleyball team is definitely something to watch this year. They've been very good, and they're definitely improving later on in the season, so it'll be fun to watch them back at home this weekend. And now moving on to the women's soccer team. The women's soccer team played Saturday against Catawba and felt a heartbreaking loss in Salisbury, North Carolina. They lost 1-0 in overtime, but rebounded and brought their team back to the friendly confines of the Pacer Pit and defeated St. Andrews 4-0 in that match. It was a great game for the Pacers. They had 4 different players get on the board. First, you started off with Carly Minks, then freshman Alex Conan and Madeline Fellobaum all had their first goals for their collegiate career. The Pacers ended the first half 3-0, and then senior Katie Rumble scored halfway through the second stanza of that game to finally win the game 4-0 for the Pacers. They outshot St. Andrews 40-6 in that game. Brittany Moores, who is the South Carolina Education Lottery Student Athlete of the Week, I want to congratulate her from the women's soccer team. She's hoping to score some more goals as they travel to Atlanta against Palm Beach Atlantic, and then they will come home on Saturday at 5 o'clock to play number 2 in the nation, Columbus State. So good luck to the women's soccer team this week as they have a bunch of big games ahead of them.
Yes, good luck to them and wish them well. And as we said, coming into the year, they had a very young recruiting class coming in. We're starting to see a lot of this young talent. We'll see how they do.
Right, they're already 2-3 on the season, hopefully to improve their record a lot more through the next week. We'd like to invite you all to come out to the Pacer Palooza on Saturday at the USC Aiken campus, where 6 USC Aiken sports will be hosting events on the USC Aiken campus. It's going to begin at 8 o'clock in the morning with the Bridgestone-Pacer Invitational, where 200 runners will be competing in this cross-country event in 4 different divisions. After that, at 2 o'clock, the USC Aiken volleyball team will play host in the Convocation Center against UNC Pembroke. Then at 5 o'clock, number 2 in the nation, Columbus State travels to the Pacer Pit, where they will compete against the women's soccer team. And then at 7 o'clock, the Pacers will play against Newberry College.
And also the softball team will be hosting their first 4-team tournament this weekend, as well as the baseball team. They started their inter-squad games last Thursday, and later in this month they will host their annual Major League Scout Day for the year. They believe they had the record for that last year with 17 pro scouts coming, so always a good day for the men's baseball team.
Yeah, exactly. And now we're going to toss it up to Sports Information Director Brian Ham, where he's going to sit down and talk with Coach Larry Milner for the cross-country team about the upcoming Bridgestone-Pacer Invitational.
Welcome back. I'm blessed enough to be joined right now by cross-country head coach Larry Milner. How you doing today, Coach?
Great.
Well, we've had 3 events so far, 3 meets. Talk a little bit about your team so far this year.
Well, they're young, but they're training really hard. Got one that's been injured that I think will be coming back this week that I think she'll really contribute to the team. Just pretty excited about their potential if they'll all stay healthy.
What has really stuck out to you the most from the first 3 events?
The consistency. They are all running well. Just depending on the course, I've seen a consistent improvement in them. We're training to peak in a few weeks, but they're running really consistent and improving each week.
One thing that I've noticed, and I think everybody's noticed that follows Pacer cross country, is that this year, Nicole Maitland's kind of been your horse. I mean, they've got you. She's always been your top finisher, 1 or 2. Last year you had Yanni Lindy, who was always there with her. But Keely Gillespie stepped in as a freshman, has had 2 of the top 6 times in school history. Talk a little bit about that competition right there at the top.
Well, it's not so much competition. What it is it gives them somebody to push each other during practice, and that is really helpful when they can push each other in the different workouts that we do. It's just hard sometimes in the easy runs, it's no problem, but when we do things where you're timed, it's just a better situation training-wise when you have somebody close to your ability to train with.
I know you're excited, and I know I am personally, for Saturday, September 25th, our first ever real event, a real collegiate event at our beautiful facility, the Pacer Path. Talk a little bit about this event.
We are excited, and we will have 6 or 7 college teams, 6 or 7 high school teams running Saturday morning, kicking off about 8 o'clock. Should be beautiful. We don't have to worry about rain. The course is going to be good. I would expect, us to be competitive. We're really looking forward to, running on our home course.
What does that home course do for your program?
Well, it does a lot. Certainly they've run it a lot. They know where to run it. They know how to run it. They know when to, press and try to pass people. They know which side of the course to run on. They know where every little root, pine straw, anything out there is, because they've run it so much. And I think, having the home crowd, adrenaline will be a factor, because they'll have, you'll truly have a home course advantage.
At the end of the year, you still have a lot of meets left. At the end of the year, what do you want to look back on for your team?
I'd like to have all 7 runners running better at the end of the year than when they began. The things like any other sport that are out of our control is what the other teams do. We can't control that. But I want them to be ready to run their best race, particularly at our conference race. We hope to go on to NCAA regionals in Charlotte. McAlpine Park's a wonderful facility up there that's run some great cross-country meets, and have a good meet. And I'm expecting our all-time best finish in regionals at that meet on November 20th.
Well, we're looking forward to it, and we're looking forward to the Pacer Pass showing off our facility and the Bridgestone-Pacer. Well, before we go away, let's talk a little about what Bridgestone's done for your program and what they're doing for this event.
Great. Bridgestone, got on board early when we dedicated this and we're building that last year. They're helping us with a sponsorship that enables the high schools to come and run without an entry fee, which is really big. Bridgestone is a great community corporation. They do a lot for all of the community, and certainly we appreciate their support in this, and we hope to grow this thing to be 3 or 4 times bigger than it is this year.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Of course, Bridgestone-Pacer Invitational, one of 4 home events here at USC Aiken that day. We'll also have volleyball at home against UNC Pembroke at 2 p.m. 5 o'clock, we'll see the number 2 ranked Columbus State Cougars visiting the women's soccer program here at USC Aiken. And later on that evening at 7 p.m., probably about 7:15 p.m., the USC Aiken men's soccer team will be taking on Newberry. We hope to see all of you there on Saturday, September 25th, and we'll see you next time on another edition of Inside Pacer Athletics.